Citizenship. What does it mean to be an American citizen? This is a diverse country with 331 million people from just about every country in the world. Almost all of them are citizens. Anyone born here instantly becomes an American citizen. Others have to go through a long process to become an American. But whether you are a natural-born citizen, a naturalized citizen, seeking asylum, or a tourist visiting the United States, everybody has the constitutional right to equal protection and due process. It's the 14th Amendment that guarantees citizenship at birth. Right here, the Constitution says, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. Just so you know, the 14th Amendment was enacted in 1868 to give back to African Americans the rights taken away by the U.S. Supreme Court in that awful Dred versus Sanford decision made a few years earlier, where the Supreme Court said Africans in America were not citizens and had no legal rights. That court had the nerve to ignore the fact that Africans were in North America before the Mayflower landed. Those were hard times. Greedy, heartless people forced millions of Africans to be brought to America against their will and to give everything to this nation under a brutal system called slavery. Those African families helped build America but were not called citizens until the 14th Amendment and a civil war. Most Native Americans were not considered citizens until 1924. Many Asians and Latinos were denied citizenship as well. All people of color fought for full citizenship. They made the Constitution more than just words on paper. There were protests, marches, and court cases. Attorneys like Fred Gray and Constance Baker Motley argued for equality under law. Civil rights leaders like Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, John Lewis, Cesar Chavez, and Fannie Lou Hamer pushed politicians to get rid of old racist laws and pass fair new ones, like the 1964 Civil Rights Act, which says you can't discriminate based on race, color, sex, religion, or a nation of origin. Through litigation, legislation, and protest, America came face to face with this fact. Citizenship gives power to all Americans, not just some of them. Citizens have the right to vote. It doesn't matter if you're a natural-born citizen or an immigrant who became a naturalized citizen. Naturalized citizens are immigrants who applied for citizenship and passed a citizenship test. Then they swore to abide by all the laws of our country, especially the U.S. Constitution. Congress decides who can become a naturalized citizen. Natural-born citizens and naturalized citizens are equal. But there's one job in America open only to natural-born citizens. It's President of the United States. That's right. Article 2 of the Constitution says only a natural-born citizen can become president. Back in 1787, the framers decided that anyone alive at the time could be president because some of them, like Alexander Hamilton, were not born in this country. But anyone after that, well, had to be a natural-born citizen. Back then, the framers of the U.S. Constitution were kind of paranoid. America was a young country, a nation of immigrants, except, of course, for the Native Americans. The framers were afraid. They didn't want the person in the highest office of our country to have allegiances to another nation. But here's the good news. Any person can be a justice of the Supreme Court, member of Congress, serve in the military, be a judge, teacher, a police officer, work for the fire department, lead a corporation, or work for the president. And all people in this country have constitutional rights, citizens and non-citizens. That's also in the 14th Amendment. See, right over here. nor shall any state deprive any person, get it, not just citizens, any person, life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. That means free speech, the right to exercise religion, and protections against the government abusing its power. Of course, every right under the Constitution has responsibilities and limits. So, all people in the United States, from citizens to tourists, get equal protection and due process. This includes non-documented people and anyone seeking refuge from oppression in their home countries. Sadly, in a nation of immigrants, too many foreign-born Americans are not treated fairly. Immigrants have rights. Let's review. Citizenship has power. Whether you are a natural-born citizen, a naturalized citizen, seeking asylum, or a tourist just visiting the United States, everybody has the constitutional right to equal protection and due process. This is your democracy. Keep it strong.